Smitty, what it do, man? Happy Tuesday to everybody out there. Smitty, what's going on, man? It's been a minute.
Hey, what's going on, man? We got a new intro, man. So if y'all didn't check it out, man, hit that replay, just go back on the live stream and then click it, and then click live and come back to us and tell me what you think. But man, we got an exciting show as always, man. Last night, man, epic show, man. Shout out to Tidy Jones, Atlanta Bird game, man, for stopping in with me, talking Michael Vick Ring of Honor. It was his topic, so I felt it was only right to bring him into the show and get his opinion, because that was a great topic, man. A lot of people don't like to talk about it because it's a sensitive topic, but at the end of the day, he's still a former Falcon. I still respect him, and I feel like he changed his life for the best. And to be honest with y'all, America's supposed to be a place of second chance. And I know, don't get me wrong, what he did wasn't right. But at the end of the day, we've all done things that, we regret. And one example, a guy can kill somebody, 20 years, get out of jail, he redeemed himself, and all is forgiven. So if God can forgive us, we should learn to forgive everybody else. And I live by that. Amen. Anybody that know me know that I live by that, man. Live by it.
That's a humble way, man.
Chat, y'all know what time it is. Shane Elliott, RG ATL for life, my dog. The plug.
Hey man, you've been slow, man. I need you in one of those comments, man. I rely on him, man. He's a good dude.
Hey, RJ, hit me up every time something happens, man. I don't care. I don't care if Arthur Blank got to take a piss. RJ ATL for life gonna tell me, bro.
He's on it.
Mactown Dirty. What's up, my dog? Kevo, what's the good? Stephon Mosley, don't cuss me out. But quick thought, Stephon Mosley, I inboxed you on Instagram. Thank you for responding. When we get time during the season to do a show, I want Stephon Mosley to come on and promote his podcast. So Stephon, you always welcome here, man. You've been supporting me for a very long time, and now that I know you have a podcast, come on here, promote your podcast, talk football with us, and we're gonna have some fun, man, like always. Because one thing about me, man, I love to promote, I love to help, because I was once in that situation and somebody helped me to get to where I am. But Nate W, what's up, my dog? Nate W be dropping them great questions, man. Nate, what's up, man? But
awesome. Appreciate everybody.
We'll turn it over to you, man. You got the topics. This your show. You gonna do the hosting.
Cool,
I got that you get your feet wet, bro.
Truth be told, man. John Higgins, what's going on, big guy? Oh man, but thank you to everybody joining us in the chat tonight and those that are viewing, man. Just a couple things we want to talk about tonight. NFL news, stuff with OTAs today. Arthur Smith's update on certain key players.
Throw them topics up there so they can see.
Oh yeah, got you right now. Yes, sir.
Throw them up there so they can see them.
Yeah, there they are. So this is going to be the topic of discussion for this evening. Myself and Smitty we'll chop it up and give you the best that we got, man. So to start, NFL news, man. It's a lot of things. Hold on. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Sean Higgins, where the hell did you get that nickname from? Smooth Smitty. Where did you get that from? I just gotta know. Smooth Smitty. He called me that last night. I'm like, where the hell did that come from?
Damn, man. Damn. Hey,
our boy Ghost Peppers in the house, man. Ghost Peppers, we're gonna keep the Dunkin' Donuts moniker alive and well, just for you, my dog.
Hell yeah,
man. My bad. I just had to ask that question, man, because Smooth Smitty.
He's gonna have to come on and explain that.
You got to explain that
first, man. But yes.
Go ahead,
man. Fans, man. Of course, NFL. A lot of news has been going around, not pertaining to our Atlanta Falcons, but just in general, a lot of key names. Holding out, a lot of key names released. And there's one lingering too, man, that just popped up today, Smitty. I know you got all happy.
You know how I do. When I see a name, I already know what time it is.
Before we get to those other names, Smitty, go ahead and pop that in as far as the situation going on with Stephon Mosley.
Stephon Mosley. This is very intriguing.
We talk about Stephon Mosley. He's in the chat.
Hey, man. Stephon, see what you did. See that's what you get for cussing us out. But this is something to watch. Now I saw it on Chat Sports Falcons today, and they did a great job. Somebody asked about Stephon Diggs in Atlanta. I'm not going to go into that. But
Nah.
Bills head coach Sean McDermott told reporters today he's very concerned that Stephon Diggs is not at Buffalo's mandatory minicamp. And that is something to be concerned about because he's your top player, signed a 4-year, $96 million deal. And he still has 3 years left. So if they were to move on for him, they would be losing big time money, star player, and all that good stuff.
He
And
deserves it, man. If he
right.
holds out, man, he's a big game receiver, man. He's a big game receiver. He deserves it, man. They should do an adjustment to his contract.
And
man.
That's true, but $24 million is more than enough for a receiver.
Sure.
We had to pay Julio $21 million. 21. That was a lot for me. So when you look at it, it's just a crazy situation. And to be honest, I think he's a bit upset because of what's happened in the last couple of years by them not making it to the Super Bowl. And he has that right because he's one of the top receivers that game against, I think it was Kansas City. I don't think he was targeted much. Gabriel Davis was the one getting all the damn catches in the touchdown.
Sure was. Gabe Davis, man.
So, but think about this. So, Adam Schefter tweeted back a couple minutes later, said Stephon Diggs' agent, Adisa Bakari, said his client is in Buffalo, has been in Buffalo since yesterday morning, took his physical, met with the head coach and the GM the past 2 days. The Pro Bowl wide receiver will be there for the entirety of the minicamp. Now, this is the part that bugs me. Somebody was telling a lie because if the coach said he's very concerned, that tells me he's not at minicamp. And if the agent is saying he's in Buffalo, then why isn't he in minicamp? So I'm thinking he is in Buffalo. He is working out, doing what he needs to do, but he's just not with the team. So, I mean, something's got to give. And at the end of the day, I wish nothing well, but for that situation, but he's too good of a receiver to be going with this. As I see it, it's just something to look out for. And if he gets traded, it's going to have to be to a contender because it's going to have to be someone that's one wide receiver away. And now that this has come up and he may want more money, I don't really see another team out there that can go get him with the cap space. So, I mean, we'll see how it turns out. But Stephon Diggs, that is definitely a situation to watch. What's up, Miss B? How you doing tonight? Stephon Mosley, White's age coming out, but Diggs not. That's the same thing.
That's the same thing, man. Yep.
And Dwayne Ruffin, my dude from Twitter, man.
Yeah, man.
Say he in here like swimwear. So, hey, man, but that Stephon Diggs situation, man, that is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And that's him being a former Minnesota Viking. Let's go to one current, one former. Danielle Hunter, as we all know, as the NFL world knows, he's skipping out on OTAs. That's something to monitor, man. Danielle Hunter's a proven pass rusher in this league, still young, 28 years of age, 71 career sacks, 10.5 last year. This guy's a difference maker on the defensive line. And hey, man, if Atlanta's bold enough to go ahead and pick up that phone and make some power moves, I'm all for it, man. That's a true defensive end. Somebody that Nielsen can rely on also. So, hey, you can never have too many pass rushes, man. And
I think they knew this situation was coming up, bro, because they reworked his contract. So his contract for this year is $10 million. That's very affordable. The Falcons can make probably one or two moves. They have about $8 million up under the cap right now. So they can probably make 2 moves at the most, clear cap space, and bring him in. But like I said on the video I did on the topic last week, the only thing that would concern me is where would he fit in? You have Lorenzo Carter, you have Arnold Ebiketie, you have D'Angelo Malone. I mean, you have all these young edge rushers. So where exactly would he fit in? Then you bring in Zach Harrison from the draft. So I don't think, he would have enough in the rotation. They would not have room in the rotation for him. The only way they would if they give one of their edge rushers to Minnesota. And I think that probably would be right. I think that would probably be D'Angelo Malone. Who I think is going to be a monster.
Yeah, and good head coaches will find a way to implement, good talent. So Ryan Nielsen, with all the pedigree that he has behind him from his days in New Orleans, I'm sure that he can find a way to effectively use Danielle Hunter if that move does happen. But one move that did happen was Dalvin Cook released from the Minnesota Vikings, which just still boggles my mind that he's no longer a Minnesota Viking. There's a lot of destinations for him, but one that sticks out to me is the Miami Dolphins, and with true ties because he's a Florida State boy, went to Florida State. So, that's a match kind of made in heaven for him. And I know that, former players that, from college rankings into the NFL always would like to play for their hometown team, so to say. So that for him would be like a homecoming in itself. Dalvin Cook would have been a guy that if we didn't draft Bijan Robinson at 8 this year, I would love it for the Falcons to entertain acquiring Dalvin Cook, but of course we can't do that now, seeing as we have our young our young unicorn.
And that's
here,
funny.
Bijan
That's
Robinson,
funny because I said the same thing. If we don't go Bijan, I'm going out to get Danielle Hunter, or I'm looking at Chase Young and Washington. Because if we don't go running back with that 8th pick, I'm gonna jump to what you said. I was looking at Christian Gonzalez all day long, but they had a plan in place. So now we understand why everything fell the way it did. They went and got Jeff Okudah. That's the cornerback that we were looking for.
Yes.
You look at Jesse Bates, the safety. So at the end of the day, man, Atlanta had a plan in place, and it's working like a charm.
Man, working like a charm, man, for sure. And a little bit of sad news, man. We wish nothing but well recovery and speedy wishes to Avery. What is it? The running back,
Avery Williams.
Avery Williams. Yeah, that's what it is. Avery Williams, who tore his ACL back in practice last week, man. So he's probably deemed out for the rest of the year. So, man, God bless him with speedy recovery, man. Because he's very important, man. Very important in that return game, man.
Absolutely.
He averaged 16 yards per attempt, and starting at halfway throughout the field, man, is a major plus for anybody, man. So we lose that, man. So that's probably going to be an emphasis and a focus going into training camp, OTAs and training camp, man, to see who can step in for them.
Absolutely. Shout out to Out of Your Falcon podcast, my brothers. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all please go check them out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your podcast. They're there. Some of the crazy takes that Mike gives, I love it because Mike is a younger version of me. That used to be me, say anything. But hell, it's still me because I still say anything. But shout out to them, man. They doing their thing, so please go support them. Y'all can get the link from the description of this video. Go to Out of Your Falcon Mind, click that link, subscribe, and check out that video, man. Very good quality, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's not our headache either, Dwayne, man. That's crazy. Star wide receiver not happy. If he comes in, who's not starting? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I would say Bud Dupree, and the reason why,
probably, yep.
I think he's the one that needs more rest than anybody because he's injury prone, and he's had a lot of injuries. So if he swap in and out with Danielle Hunter, I think that would be a nice rotation with him, Lorenzo Carter, Arnold Ebiketie, D'Angelo Malone, those guys. But I think Bud Dupree will be the odd man out.
Yeah, man.
Miss Carey, what's up?
Miss Carey, what's going on?
Doing great, man. Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's some of the kids at home. Well, not my kid, but the kids at home. So things happen and things come up. But hey, Dre Murphy, what's up, my dog?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Two more people.
Go ahead, brother.
D Sloan every season. What's good, man? Y'all didn't catch y'all live. Let me see what he says. Y'all don't catch y'all live all the time. Glad I'm here to catch it. Thank you, my brother. We appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, 100%.
Berto, Carrie says that a new ATL sign in the background.
Yeah.
She's talking about over the great Jerry jersey.
Backgrounds. New little background, new little something.
But continue, my brother.
Yes, sir. So, Arthur Smith, today from the presser, gave us some encouraging news where he stated that Eddie Goldman, Kyle Pitts, and this is the shocker, man, Caleb Huntley, all trending to be full-time participants in training camp this offseason. This up-and-coming month in July. As we all know, Huntley got hurt in that Pittsburgh Steelers game on an Achilles tear. But the fact that he's going to be ready just 5 or 6 months away from that, wow, That is unbelievable, and it
Modern
helps stabilize
technology.
that backfield. Yes, that's true. I mean, we saw it with was it Suggs a couple years, or it was some long time ago.
Adrian
He tore
Peterson
his Achilles, and
had that
Adrian Peterson as well.
had that bionic knee. He came back and ran for 2,000 yards the very next season.
Facts, man. Facts. So hopefully,
Man,
man, Caleb Huntley can get in a bionic Achilles and tear it up.
I
Because
thought
truth be told, man, with Williams out, he kind of comes in now and stabilizes that running
right.
back group to some degree. He proved his worth last year, coming in that Cleveland Brown game and really being a spark in that one, and took off. Very reliable, seldom used, which he should have gotten a lot more carries. I think he earned that. It was a nice 1-2 punch while it lasted with him in Algier. So having him back in the rotation, man, I'm digging that for sure, man.
And them training camp battles gonna be epic, man. It's
sure
three
are.
positions that I'm looking for: cornerback, running back, and offensive line, which is left guard.
Woo.
Those are three that I'm gonna look out for, man. Because
Yeah,
woo, boy, it's gonna be some epic battles. Because
man, some epic battles, right?
those rotations gonna be out of control, bro.
Yeah, since you mentioned that, that's one of the things that I'm looking forward most to in training camp. And everybody clamors around, player versus players. But for me, is coach versus coach. Dwayne Ledford versus Ryan Nielsen. Ryan Nielsen, our new defensive coordinator, calling the shots here in Atlanta. He is a defensive line whisperer, as everybody would say. Dwayne Ledford comes with the strong pedigree out of Louisville, being a whisperer of the offensive lineman. So that battle is going to be intense day in and day out, bringing the very best on both sides of the ball. Like you mentioned too, that left guard position is going to be interesting to see how Matt Bergeron adapts to the NFL world and how he could find his footing. A lot of things have been said about Jalen Mayfield. Also, that he's now in his natural position from college in Michigan at right tackle. Could be a candidate to be a swing tackle if he is going to make the team or not, but that's something also to look out for. But in the trenches, games are won and lost, man. We all know that. It's the battle of the trenches, of course. But in training camp this up and coming season, man, I want to see the very best of Dwayne Ledford and the very best of Ryan Nielsen now, because it's going to be good. Both gentlemen have acquired a lot of pieces. Ryan Nielsen, as you know, Calais Campbell, David Onyemata, unretired Eddie Goldman, and he has now
6'3", 330.
Oof, boy. Taquan Graham and Old Grady, man. So it's going to be an intense battle, man.
Say that name again, the one that's coming back.
Eddie Goldman.
No, the other one.
Which one?
Taquan Graham.
Taquan Graham, yes,
that is a name that y'all going to have to keep an eye on, because you talk about the run game. He doesn't have any sacks, but when it comes to playing against the run, he's one of the top guys in the NFL. Anybody would tell you that. But what I like about what you're saying about Ledford versus Nielsen is going to be iron sharpening iron. And the reason why I say that, you see what happened when we went up against defensive lines like Philadelphia, Washington, had those big guys in the middle. Now that you're practicing against those type of guys every day, it's going to give you a leg up on the competition. And to me, I think that makes the run game even stronger this year. And that's going to be scary.
Very scary. Man. Speaking of scary,
what you laughing at, man? I know somebody else said something crazy.
Yeah, man.
Dre, you gonna start already, bro.
Man, folks pulling your card, man. That's awesome.
Oh, Dre.
Awesome.
Hello. Oh, Dre.
Yeah, man. So, like you mentioned, man, it's gonna be a very intense battle. The running game is definitely gonna, shine this year. We added a certain individual at 8 this past draft, by the name of Bijan Robinson, man. And while a lot of folks may think that Bijan Robinson is going to find his footing from day one in the run game to help Tyler Algier, I seem to, feel a little bit different on that. And I know you had done a video this morning, an excellent video at that, explaining some of the usage on how Bijan Robinson is going to be deployed in this Falcons offense.
Right,
if you want to chime in a little bit more on that before I get into what I think would be the best way to use Bijan and make him more dangerous. So, floor is yours, Smitty.
Before I start, man, what's good to Dirty Money Entertainment? JJ the Great, what's good, man? Ken Folk, I think Jeff Okuda could be a candidate for the Pro Bowl, especially after the season he had last year alongside AJ. But getting into Bijan Robinson, how they're going to utilize him, man. I think this is going to be one of the interesting camp battles. And the way I think they could utilize him in the run game, 15 to 20 carries a game, split it with Algier or whomever else they're gonna bring in on third down. You go to the receiving part of the game, line him up anywhere on the field. I think he can be successful. And the reason why I say that, when you look at guys like Marshall Faulk, Edrin James, like I said earlier, those guys could do anything, do it all. He has that same frame, that same mindset, the way he runs the football, and kick returner. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
He's been working out with the special teams during OTAs, and I think he's one of those guys. I don't care what you have to, how you have to get him the football, just get it to him. Because on offense, he's going to pick up first downs, running and receiving. You put him on special teams, he could give you good field position. And trust me, a young quarterback like Desmond Ritter is going to appreciate that. Even Arthur Smith is going to appreciate that. Because if they get better field position, he don't have to open up that playbook as much. He can stick with his bread and butter type plays and move the ball down the field to try to get points on the board. So that's all I was saying about that Bijan Robinson video. It's just one of those players you have to find a way to get him the football.
Yeah,
and it's just that simple, man.
Yeah, I go back to his college days in Texas, man. In the last 3 years, he averaged 196, 295, and 314 yards receiving respectively in each one of those years. I think that's the way that the NFL world should be introduced to Bijan Robinson. I think Tyler Algier should still be running back number one, but find ways to get both of them on the field. And what better way? Use Bijan Robinson's athletic ability on the field. Use him in the Christian McCaffrey or Deebo Samuel role. Make him that much dangerous. Make opponents really, defenses really think, all right, how do we stop this Falcons offense if they're utilizing Bijan Robinson like that? The kid's explosive in the open field, as we all seen. He averaged 16.5 yards per catch last year as a receiver. So we got to find ways to utilize that. And then, then we could sprinkle him into the run game. I don't think we necessarily have to, exclusively advertise Bijan Robinson as the running back. I think that we need to use him in other ways, how other running backs are being used. This is a copycat league, and there is a track record with how Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel have been used. Although Deebo Samuel is a wide receiver, but we've all seen him lining up in the back, and he's taking it to the house. Hey, you know something? Bijan Robinson has that God-given ability too, that he can take it from end zone to end zone. So why not? So why not do that? Why not capitalize on that? It'll make this offense so pick your poison. It's like it's hard to even like wrap your head around. You know what I mean? So
and you know what would be scary though, Alberto, right quick?
Sure.
Imagine having him, Cordero Patterson on the field at the same time. Two guys that can line up anywhere on the field and hurt you. So how does a defensive coordinator prepare for that? Yeah, that is going to be something interesting to watch. And I know media outlets are talking about trading Cordero Patterson. I honestly don't see it. But if it did happen, it wouldn't surprise me because of what we just did and his cap number. So, it's a business at the end of the day. But those two on the field at the same time would be absolutely nuts.
Yeah. I got one right here, man. I gotta pop this one in. Retro G, my brother, was good, Berto. Happy belated anniversary, my brother. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you. Yes, me and my old lady, man, celebrated 19 years together, straight out of high school. Unity. So you know how that goes, man. It's been like that for a while, man. So
that means y'all getting old like me.
God damn, man.
I'll be married 19 years next month. So
it's a blessing, brother.
I'm right in line with you, bro. Right in line, but we got a super chat. I thank you for to do that. Go ahead and press that super chat. JJ the Great. I can't do the big low, so don't ask.
Yeah, man, I can try and imitate, but I failed so many times. But no, we thank you for that, man. $5 donation, man. And question is, I'm predicting Bijan will break the Falcons' rookie rushing yards, rookie rushing touchdowns, and rookie total touchdown records this season. I do not disagree, not one bit. The kid has the ability to do so. The only concern that I have in this is how Dave Ragone and Arthur Smith, excuse me. My mind's here, there, and everywhere.
Please don't say that other name.
Oh, God, no. Oh, no, I'm not going to scare you like that.
The clipboard holder.
No. It's on how they use them creatively. You know what I mean? The red zone has to be an emphasis this up and coming training camp. So hopefully they'll work on that. But if all these things can be achieved, it has to be Arthur Smith really dialing it up and things that we haven't seen before, putting them in motion, splitting them out wide, isolation routes, back shoulder passes, anything to get this kid, in that open space within that 10 to, that 10 to end zone line, man.
Right.
So yeah, it's not unachievable. I think it can be achievable, man. He's just that great.
Who you got a dream comparison to Bijan? I'll let you answer that one, then I go.
I think, guys, Marshall Faulk, yeah, I think you said it best, man. It's a do it all back. Guy did it receiving and in the running game. He blocked. He was just overall great, man. So that's
man. When he first came in the league with the Indianapolis Colts, their team was super terrible. But you had to turn on that TV to see Marshall Faulk run. Marshall Faulk was so special from day one. And if he does not get that knee injury, I think he easily breaks all kind of records. And he still put up nice numbers in the time that he was in the NFL. So, Marshall Faulk would be mine too, man. I'm going to stick with that because I saw Marshall Faulk from beginning to end. And if AK-47 doesn't turn into Alpha 12 to 15 set pass rusher, Dupree doesn't get back to pre-injury form, Nielsen can get them in varied lineup, disguise and stunts. Sets can come from all over. And that's the luxury that they have. If this guy doesn't work out and that guy doesn't work out, still have the young guys to back them up. D'Angelo Malone, Lorenzo Carter, who was the most consistent pass rusher last year. You still have options. You can move the rotation around many times you want till you get that right starting lineup, that consistent starting lineup to get to the quarterback, and there won't be any more talk or concerns on that.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Next topic. I think this is the big one. We're gonna say that one for last.
Yeah, man. So we knocked off Bijan Robinson. Here goes the last one, man. Best free agent acquisition for our beloved Atlanta Falcons. Smitty, throw yours out there, Smitty. Give the folks.
Why you gonna put me on the spot?
Man, we got you, man. Mind's always thinking.
Hey, if I had to go biggest free agent acquisition, it's easily Jesse Bates to me. Because we haven't had a safety like that in God knows when. And I'm not saying Thomas Deku because he got lucky with all those tip passes. William Moore was more of a box safety. So I couldn't remember safety that we've had that can cover in zone like he can, play over the top, great instinct, great hands with the football, and when he intercepts the ball, he knows how to go the other way in the right direction. But Jesse Bates it's probably going to be mine. And the one that you picked is great, bro. I love it.
Man, this is a controversial one because for me, as a fan, as a diehard fan, I expected the defense to be, to come correct, come full circle, so to say. So I expected the front office to really open up the wallet and bring in the necessary free agent players, defensive players that were out there, man. Jesse Bates, like you mentioned, is one of them. David Onyemata, of course, you can relate that to Ryan Nielsen being on staff and stuff like that. So you want somebody that, that he has comfort with. But in the midst of all of this, man, quarterback ultimately is the most important position on the squad. So for me, it's Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke, for me, it has to be the best free agent acquisition that the Falcons have done this offseason. The contract speaks for itself. I believe it's 2 years, $14 million. Or $20 million, sorry. $20 million. Yeah. This is such a great security blanket to have because last year we didn't have this. We had a little to unknown Desmond Ridder with a has-been at quarterback for Marcus Mariota. So the luxury wasn't there to just pull the plug and say, okay, we're gonna go ahead and hand the rankings down to Desmond Ridder because he wasn't ready. This year, if something happens, and God bless Desmond Ridder, and I'm rooting for the kid, everything is in place for this young man to succeed. All the weapons, the would-be weapons are coming back in Kyle Pitts, Caleb Huntley, and such. The offense is probably going to be better than before. But let him start slipping up. Now you have the luxury of having somebody that can come in and get you through the hump, get you through the hard, through the grind. Taylor Heinicke is proven. Yeah, his record may be 12-12, but he's been in a big game. He's been in a playoff game. His touchdown to interception ratio is pretty good. He's 24-14, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's correct.
So having that, it speaks volume. It's very valuable. So there's really no excuse this year as if Desmond Ridder struggles that we don't have someone competent enough, waiting in the wings to come in and assume role. So although he's brought here to be a backup, Tyler Heineke has to be the best acquisition we have, man. Arthur Smith really did his homework with that, man, by bringing him in, man.
And having that backup, they can come in, like you said, they can come in. If Desmond Ridder is off and they need to take him out to get his mind together, Tyler Heineke is a good problem to have. What about injuries? Injuries happen all the time. What if an injury happens and Desmond Ridder misses time? You got Tyler Heineke to come in, won't miss a beat because they're working all together this offseason. So they're gelling like everybody else.
Yeah.
And like you said, he has playoff experience. So not only is he helping with the backup role, he's also helping Desmond Ridder grow. So if he can help Desmond Ridder grow, somebody that he can relate to that's in front of him, I think that's a perfect storm. So at the end of the day, I could see that as the best acquisition. I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I know much has been said. Let's get to this, Fred. Brother, let's get it, GA. Hey, man, thank you for that donation. My brothers, many blessings to you all. Why can't the season start tomorrow? Goddamn, I say the same thing.
Hey, man, Alberto, we talking about that earlier today. We talking about that earlier today. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Them 94 days, they gonna go by real quick.
Yeah, man. But definitely, man, shout out Let's Get It GA, man. Has an incredible YouTube channel of his own. Streams his games and all that, man. Does Falcon content as well, man. So please, man, drop him a sub, drop him a like, man. Great individual, great person, man. Appreciate you dropping in and blessing us with this 10, man.
Hey, man, he hit the ball so hard on that MLB 23. In the MLB 23, the show, he hit the ball so far it disappeared. So keep doing your thing, bro, because I could never do that.
Right, man. So, a lot has been mentioned also of, bringing in Jacoby Brissett and stuff like that. But he's 18. Let me see. Jacoby Brissett is 18-30 as a starting quarterback over 10 years, man. So it's I don't know, man. I think the right pickup was Tyler Heineke, man. He's been through so many offenses, and he has a good arm too. So he does fit what Arthur Smith wants to do. If Arthur Smith wants to play the long ball, even though that's not his thing, he could do it. He could do it. He could definitely do it, man.
And one thing that we've talked about before, Alberto, Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot wanted more homegrown talent.
Yeah.
Tyler Heineke is right from here in Atlanta, so he's right at home. He's comfortable. So this is something that they were going to do regardless of what we think, and I think it was the right move. Retro G says Calais Campbell for him. And if y'all didn't see him in that jersey today, that dude is big as a house. Leadership on the defensive side of the ball matters, and he chose us. And let me tell y'all, nobody in this world was more happy than Grady Jarrett when that happened. Nobody. So take it away. Go ahead.
Hey, man. We could very well see the best of Grady Jarrett yet to come. He has so much talent around him. We saw what he could potentially do. He's always had it in him, first of all. But when he lost Taquan Graham last year, it really was telling. This year, if something, God forbid, happens on that defensive line, Campbell's there to pick up, some of the steam. Something happens, hey, we have Eddie Goldman. So there's options now that we can put right next to Grady. And that to me, man, is very valuable also because Grady Jarrett is the heart and soul of this defense, man. And the Falcons did the right thing finally by putting some more talent surrounding them.
And what's funny,
possible, man.
You can put any defensive line rotation on the field at any time of the game, and it's going to help the pass rush because you have so many big guys on that line now. They won't skip a beat, period. So, like I said, Grady Jarrett can line up on this end, he can line up on that end, and he'll still be fine.
Hey, listen, man, we got two of the best corners right now, man, because if this guy right here, Jeff Okudah, turns in the season like he did last year, couple that with the new coaching that we have on hand and Coach Gray, I think sky's the limit for Jeff Okudah, man. We could be talking about comeback player of the year, man. He's walking into the perfect situation. I think I saw something about the Falcons playing more man-to-man. That's more of his style of play. He's sticky in coverage. He showed that in Ohio State.
AJ Terrell, too.
Yeah, so imagine that.
And what's funny, and I just said it earlier, what will bring this all together is Jesse Bates. Last year, neither one of these corners had help over the top. And there's no shot at Richie Grant. There's no shot at Jalen Hawkins. But you give them Jesse Bates to help AJ or Jeff Okudah over the top, you will see more batted passes. You'll probably see more interceptions, more turnovers. And I just think this is why Jesse Bates, to me, was the best acquisition. But I agree with Alberto as well. These are two veterans that they had to have.
So and that's the thing, man. A veteran and Jesse Bates is 25, 26 years of age, but he has so much under his belt already as far as the big game. Of course, the Super Bowl and all the playoff victories that they had with Joe Burrow under the helm and stuff like that. So it's it speaks volumes, man. What he's gonna do to that secondary and just the knowledge that he's gonna pour on these young guys in front of him, like D. Alford, AJ Terrell, Jeff Okudah. It's man. Sky's the limit, man. I'm really excited about this new secondary, man.
Hey, Dwayne said, peep your shirt, though.
Oh, yeah, facts, man. 20-3. Good one. Yeah, we heard that before. Had to get that, man, from the Falcon.
Shout out to Benny the Falconator. Shout out.
Man.
Smart ride. Says Taylor is the better quarterback. He played the Falcons strong every time. I agree with that.
Yeah, he did.
But it's really up to Arthur Smith, who's best to start. But I think it's going to be a competition, and we know Desmond Ridder might win, or he's going to win. But like I said, it's a good problem to have because if he needs to take a break and he's not, focused, you have a reliable backup in Taylor Heineke where the offense wants to keep a beat. So that's a good problem to have. Tonio Holloway, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, sir. Holloway,
appreciate it,
man. This is another interesting name right here, man. Scotty Miller is a sleeper. I agree. Scotty Miller is a sleeper, man.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys you can use him on screens, reverses, trick plays, anything you can think of. As long as you get him the ball in space, he's gonna be dangerous. So you talk about Matt Hollins, the big receiver. Imagine having that small receiver lined up in the slot. Inside inseam damn near quick rub route, he could probably take it to the house. So this is absolutely. I think he has 4.3 speed. So when you have and he can play running back too. That's another thing. He can carry the football too. He did it in Tampa. So it's a good problem to have.
Oh man, Tony just hit it on the head right here, man. That's Scotty Miller, aka Taylor Gabriel.
Yep.
He made the world of a difference in that 2016 offense with Sanu and Julio, man. He was the perfect number 3 for that offense, man. Perfect number 3. Wasn't asked to do too much. And just when his number was called, he made it happen. He made it happen.
And he helped on special teams.
Sure did, man.
Look for Scotty Miller to do that as well.
Folks, we're blessed to have this individual here, man.
You sure that ain't Prince tonight?
Man, no, man. I think this is raw and uncut as it gets, man. Uncle Steve's Lounge. Folks, if you haven't been to Uncle Steve's Lounge, man, please visit Uncle Steve's Lounge on YouTube. Hit that man with a sub, a like, a share. Great content, great conversations always. Typically on Friday and Mondays. Excellent show, man. We'll definitely keep the mind thinking. Has great music that he also talks about.
You stole my thought because I was just about to say he has karaoke hour too, so he will throw some music in there in a minute.
Yeah, man. Walking A-track. CD. Sorry, not A-track. CD. He's a young man. Who am I kidding? But shout out Uncle Steve, man. Much love, man. My guys thinking I'm leaning towards Jesse as the best free agent acquisition. Having above average safety roaming the secondary is going to pay dividends early and often.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Agreed 100%,
Absolutely.
man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, Kevo is on fire, man. What up, bro? Caden Ellis didn't start, I believe, 5 games. I'm going to add 2 more to his sack total. 9.5 in 2023. Man, let's fucking go, man. Let's go, man.
Wouldn't that be funny that a middle linebacker lead the team in sacks? That would be some boy. Come on.
Oh man, our brother Tony right here has a question for Uncle Steve.
What do you want me sipping on?
Better not be sipping on anything because he's probably driving.
Yeah, need to tell that mail truck.
Yeah. Miss Lisa Shepard, thank you for joining us tonight.
Miss
Man,
Lisa.
Absolutely, man. And the best one for me is Calais Campbell, man. That just
that's a big dude,
man.
That's crazy.
The guy just screams defense, man.
Shout out to Miss Lisa, man. She had some great questions last night on the discussion last night about Michael Vick Ring of Honor. She threw out some great questions and some great comments. So shout out to her.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
What else you see?
Trying to see. Well, folks, if you got time now, man, visit the platforms. That's the 95 North Falcons Talk Show, my platform. It's your boy Berto, man. Hit me with that sub, man. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that share and like button to get my video across the YouTube universe. It's greatly appreciated. I stole your line, Smitty. I stole your line.
I don't care.
But definitely, man. Definitely. Some things to talk about, man.
We got exciting. About a little bit over 15 minutes. So we're going to open up the chat for a minute. So y'all come in and give us a quick thought of what y'all looking at for the Falcons for 2023. And just give us a quick thought about what y'all want to see, who y'all excited to see. Your thoughts on Bijan Robinson, best free agent acquisition. It's anything, man. Just come on in. The link is in the chat. Tony Wright, get your butt in here because
he's the man, bro.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Man. So it feels like the wait is finally over, man. Football season
almost here.
It's right almost here, man. It's right around the corner. But joining us right now is our brother,
Mr. Custom Kicks himself.
Yeah.
What's going on, fella?
What's up,
What's good with you? Same old, man.
Hey, man.
I don't know if y'all seen my.
Nice, bro.
Appreciate that, man. I just dropped some OKC, some custom OKC Air Force Ones I did today.
Put them up so I can check them out.
They already up, man. They already up.
We got to peep that.
What's good with y'all, man?
Everything's great.
Man. We chilling, bro.
Oh yeah, man. What I was saying was, I don't know if y'all seen it in the chat, but what I was saying was, with this defensive front seven that we got, man, you can't chip block and double everybody. Somebody's finna get free. There's gonna be some problems on defense. Boy, let me tell you something. There's gonna be some problems.
That's what size brings. Size, with size up front, you can pretty much run any type blitz package that you want, man. A stunt, what they call an A and B, full loaded blitz.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So you can do anything, man, with that type size.
Man, you almost can cheat like you blitzing and dropping the coverage too now.
Right.
True.
That's something else to think about too.
Sure.
And then if you got Okuda, let's say Okuda play the slot and he shade the receiver. Then you got AJ on the side. What's the other guy we just got? I can't. Trey Flowers.
Right.
Man, it's gonna be some problems, man. It's gonna be some problems.
And this is so welcome,
I see some things that I don't think everybody see, man.
No, that's true talking, man. Because man, we've been in the bottom of the basement the past 5 or 6 years defensively, man. We acquired a lot of great defensive pieces, And
of course we did,
and with the new coach, man, something great's got to get.
Oh yeah,
something great's got to.
Oh yeah, and
I don't expect.
But that's the thing, though. And I think I said something about that in Smitty last show. When have we ever said something really positive or look forward to with Falcons defense? Let's keep it real. When?
2012. That was the last time.
But this is what have you done for me lately, league, though, ain't it?
Yeah,
2012 is almost a universe away, man. Ago.
Right.
And that's been a minute, man.
They actually built this team to win right now. All the moves that they made, they built this team to win right now.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree, man.
And let's say some of these 1 year contracts show out. They can't sign them to another year. These just prove it deal. So if you do good this year, let's say Calais do good this year. are we gonna shy away from giving him another year? That's 1 year.
Just 1 year, man. I agree, man. We were doing it with Tony Gonzalez. He was always on the fence about retiring every other year. He kept coming back. So hey, Calais Campbell can do the same thing, man.
And he's in good shape.
Man,
he can play. He can play at least another 3 years.
Shoot. He's got enough in the tank.
And all this stuff. And I still say, regardless of what people say, man, I still say Ritter go do exactly what he's supposed to do. Just be a game manager, man. We got the strong running game, man. We're gonna be fine, bro.
Yeah, man. That's a fact. Joining us right now is DJ Red Page. How you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? How y'all? Let me turn you down on the TV. Hey, I just want to say, Smitty, both of y'all, but Smitty, I'm in PA, I'm from Atlanta, and was down there in the Vic days and stuff. I'm just so happy that we just not stuck on, remember how long we were just stuck on Matt Ryan and Julio Jones contract, and I'm just glad that, like, we went from, like, getting one or two people to getting a whole bunch of different talent. It's going to be a different team. It's just definitely going to have to be a different team because we just wasn't stuck on one thing. And I like Phillips, the rookie. I like yeah. I mean, everybody love Bijan. That's not a question. I like Phillips. I like Harris, and I like Harris from Ohio State. My cousin is an Ohio State fan, and he said, I asked him about him. You know, he's a heavy Ohio, and he was like, yeah, he was when they was losing their games or whatever the problem was going on, he's like, he wasn't on the field, but when he was always the missing piece. So I like Phillips and I like Harris and I like the left guard too. He's a monster, yo.
Yeah,
that's who I'm looking into. Yeah, I like the rookies. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, who knows? For all we know, man, Clark Phillips III, he can come in here and just be that guy, that difference maker on defense. While everything else is going right, he can come in and a step above everybody else, man. He's just a dog, man.
Feisty, man. He's short like me, man. We don't play that. We don't play like that.
Feisty individual. I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. So he can come in and do the damn thing, man, and just lock that slot down, man. Because
right.
Yeah, he played exclusively on the outside, man. But I think he's gonna probably fit more on the inside. And hey, listen. He's got the intangibles to be great, man.
No doubt.
Alberto, I forgot to mention, man. Hey, keep your design to yourself. What we got cooking up, keep that to yourself, though.
Oh yeah. I gotta
keep that to yourself right there, man.
Yes, sir.
Keep that to yourself. That's gonna be ugly. Keep that to yourself.
Quick question from
100%.
Quick question from Lisa Shepard.
Yeah.
Do y'all see Bijan on special teams? I thought I saw some video of him with them. I don't think I would want that though.
He too valuable for that.
No, not much. No.
Yes, he has been working.
You got to give Cordell Patterson something.
Yeah, but think about it though. I said it earlier. A guy like Bijan Robinson, you have to get the ball in his hands somehow. If he returns punts 1 to 2 a game and give them great field position, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. But as far as kick return, no. Punt return, I would think about it.
No.
But kick return, no.
Don't they got a new rule this year on that though?
Yes. If they kick it out of bounds, it's automatically at 25.
Oh wow! Anywhere out of bounds?
Anywhere. Touchback, I mean.
Yeah, touchback. Yeah.
Like behind the 50 or something? Like you can just kick it out of bounds in the end zone and be on the 25?
Yep.
That sounds stupid.
Yep.
On the kickoff, not the punt. I thought you said the punt. Okay, that makes sense.
They trying to prevent injuries still, but if they want a good idea, I would go with what the XFL do. They don't move.
Oh yeah, I like that. I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. That's a good move. I was just thinking about that. Yeah.
Kinfolk Reese, man, jump back in here right quick. Jump back in here.
He's in here.
Push the torch.
What's up, bro?
Hey man, if you want to jump in, let me know, man. We got a couple minutes. You want to jump in? But while I got y'all on the screen, who do y'all think is the best acquisition that the Falcons made this offseason, free agent wise?
Sheesh. I'm kind of gonna lean again. I'm kind of gonna lean with what Aunt said, having that safety out there on the island with Bates, man. We really ain't had nothing like that before, man. Cause can't nobody sit here and say, as good as Keanu O'Neal was, he was a heavy hitter. But he's not as good as a coverage safety as Bates is. Let's keep it a buck.
What's going on, fellas? Can y'all hear me well?
We can hear you, bro.
I'm putting my faith in Jeff Okuda. I'm dark skinned, he dark skinned, so I want to be known by
here we go.
Okuda Reef right now.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Now, fellas, it's just we ain't had this kind of excitement until that Super Bowl run. But not only that, we had our years, but that Super Bowl year was special, especially the back end of that year.
Yeah.
You know, especially when we ran into Green Bay, we had this kind of excitement, and you seeing people that want to be in Atlanta, you know it's already Black Hollywood.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So we missed out on a lot of free agents being tied into the money that Arthur Blank promised to Julio. I remember the interview when they asked Arthur Blank about Julio and Brady Jed. And he said Brady Jed and Julio be Falcons for life. Brady the only one stayed. And it hurt my heart because I played wide receiver at a pretty good level. Ran track, state champion in the 100-meter dash. That's facts. I got the medals in the house for y'all. I got to show them, y'all. Yeah, I was playing. But I was a wide receiver, and Julio, my favorite, is to hear Julio say, I'm out of there. It just broke my heart.
Yeah, we loved him.
Just to be excited. I just want to, you know what I mean? And then to have this kind of excitement, but we do hold a whole lot of expectations to them fellas. I hope they realize that. Because we've been hurting for a long time.
Yeah.
Season after season. Last year really surprised us. I was just like, you know, we're going to go in here. It's going to be a good draft. A lot of good free agents coming up. We probably win 5-6 games. We lost 8 by one possession. I mean, not 8, 6 by one possession.
6.
Yeah, 6.
You've been spoiled for a long time, though. Matty Ice had us spoiled for a long time. We even when we was going and we was losing, and then we lose, and then we beat that team finally. We had a run. So you gotta have that downtime.
But you know what I ain't heard nobody speak about though was the season after the Super Bowl, the next playoff run. It felt like a curse to me. Y'all remember that ball going off of Keanu O'Neal
I sure do.
before halftime?
Yeah.
And then Julio in the right corner of the end zone, and the ball goes through his hands on the game-winning throw that Matty threw him.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, I say, yeah, it's going to be a
That was
long
the last
ride
time
now.
we had a legit defense, 2017. I think we ranked 10th that year.
When Vic Beasley disappeared.
And that's what it comes.
Please don't name drop.
Man, ain't that man in the XFL or something, man? Ain't that man in the XFL or something?
Hey man, I keep it 100, man.
I just love to get on.
Don't even bring that up.
I just love to get on here with y'all fellas.
Y'all want to talk about
I live in Texas.
Vic
No
Beasley.
doubt, Kevo. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate your time, brother.
That's it. I don't get to catch y'all a lot. I live in West Texas, you know, working the oil and gas industry. So my time, you know, it varies. So, but I be watching.
Appreciate
it.
I'll be watching. Y'all video, keep it going.
My free agent pick is kind of different because it's Bud Dupree, man. That's my.
You know you got to give us why you picked that one. You got
because I seen him play in Pittsburgh all them years. I'm in PA, and
okay.
And he's a dog, bro. I'm telling you, he's a dog. Like I'm in a place where we only get Pittsburgh Steelers games. So, and I hate it, but you know, I get to see my Falcons. But I seen him play. I seen him play. I seen a lot of play. I don't like the Steelers. I don't like him, but I seen him play, and I always liked him playing. Like, so he's from my region. Like, I'm just saying, like he's a sneaker. He older, but he's still a sneaker.
Yeah, it came down
He
to
good
Vic
when he
Beasley and
healthy.
Bud Dupree. So it came down to them two when the Falcons was picking back in 2015. But
Yeah.
they chose Vic Beasley instead, and he went out to Pittsburgh.
That's another reason why.
Because they light skinned.
Yeah, man.
No, Dupree ain't light skinned.
Hey man, hey, what you trying to say about light skin? What you
Bud
trying to
is
say about
not.
light skinned folks? What you trying to say about light skinned folks?
895. I mean, no
He
trouble.
tired of us
No,
taking
no,
all
no,
his
no,
girls.
no
We know
trouble.
what it
No
is.
taking. Hey, look, man, I can't take this.
Hey, I ain't
We
no
know what
dog,
it
but
is.
light skinned folks. Y'all lighter than me, so guess what? Y'all take pictures like that Thriller album.
See, that's the problem with us, man. We can't get together. See, this is why they want us to fight over little stuff like this that don't make no sense. All y'all niggas.
Y'all a little lighter than me.
Can we just all get along? Who said that? A dark skinned motherfucker. Rodney King.
It's always fun with y'all fellas, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Goodness gracious.
Can we all just get along?
Right, he definitely reeled it back. The Atlanta Falcons
You know, put my
8th. That's amazing. I didn't know it was inside of the top 10. I thought it was like right at 10. So that's a great stat, man.
Well, y'all true.
Yeah.
JJ the Great, man. Yes, we did miss him. We apologize. Thank you for that super chat,
See,
man.
We're here cutting the food on Mr. Man
Yeah,
super
man.
chat.
I'm thinking
My
about
bad.
flying out to my first Falcons game this season if I'm able to make it to the game. Which one should I go to? Man,
Well, I'm gonna be
safe
honest with
travels.
you.
I
Hey,
would go to that Carolina game. First game of the year at the Benz, man.
I'm gonna go to that Saints game.
The
I think it's
Saints,
with the
you know it.
Yeah.
Well, both of them is rivals.
and that could be a playoff game. That could come down to a playoff game that time of the year. So that's the one I would pick.
Very cool.
Hey, Smitty, an update on Kamara. I don't think he gonna make it, bro.
He was in camp today. He was in camp
They
today.
still gonna hand him something though. That is conduct detrimental to the league. So guess what? It's gonna be a problem. Y'all gonna miss him. Oh yeah, he gonna get suspended. Man, he thought he was playing NFL blitz, man. You know he's gonna get suspended, man. Come on, man.
I ain't never heard this topic brought up. But what's y'all favorite? Y'all's favorite memory? People in the chat and the fellas that's on the live. What's your favorite moment?
Can I tell you? When he kicked that field goal and went to the Super Bowl with Chris Chandler, the old boys.
There we go.
The year before we got Vic. That field goal against Minnesota. I was in Atlanta. We ran outside. We was out there acting a fool.
I lost it.
I understand that, but mine is that Julio catch over Luke Kuechly. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, man.
That Julio catch over Luke Kuechly is my number one. I don't care what nobody says. That is the number one. That man snatched that ball like he was picking pecans, man. Come on, man.
98 Falcons tonight with Jamal
Adams when they kept showing that highlight.
Man, they still showing that highlight, man.
It would have to be
Dirty Bird got created. Y'all can't do me like that.
He caught over Luke. Bro, the catch he caught over Luke Kuechly is something else. Did you see how he snatched it? That's missing the point. I understand what you're saying about the kick, but the way he snatched it, bro, that's like a grown man taking a child's candy, man.
Yeah, you gotta go watch that again. That was nasty. That was nasty.
I don't think he's saying what I'm saying, man.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but we can't even go there because even if I go there, I go before there. I go back to the Deion days, bro. We ain't gotta like really like the Deion days when I was in the 4th, 5th grade. The Deion days was crazy too. Yeah. Too legit to quit. Stop playing with me,
man.
I ain't knocking none of that, but I'm talking about the way he just snatched it, bro. The way he just snatched that ball, bro, that's a memory that'll never go away. If you could just sit down and think Falcons play that's gonna knock somebody's socks off, That's the first thing gonna come to your mind. The way he snatched that ball from Luke Kuechly, man. That man made big Luke Kuechly look like a little child, bro.
I agree with Quentin too. That 300-yard Carolina game with Julio Jones.
Oh yeah, That man got fired, man. That man lost a job, bro.
Yeah.
That man lost a job, bro. They fired him the next day, bro.
And it was from last night, man. So the Falcons going into Lambeau Field and handing Green Bay their first playoff loss there. Vic did his thing, man. That was
yeah. I talked about that last night. Yeah.
From Bisha Miller, that would-be sack. Vic showing the true magician that he is. That was an awesome game.
Then just remember the first game against Green Bay, and he won it. His first ever game too. I remember that game too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got one more and I'm done. When Vic split them two Vikings, split them right through the middle.
That was it.
I don't need no more
that was it.
Them two. That man split two Vikings, man.
In overtime. Yeah, that was it.
That man split two Vikings, bro. Like they just. I was like, man, look at him, man. That and that Julio catch. I don't need no other members, but them two. And they stand out regardless of how you put it. They stand out.
I don't know. That field goal had the whole city
you ran between
all the way up, boy. I would have stroked it that night.
Two grown men.
Oh man, but fellas,
shit, did they run into each other when you split them two people?
For joining us tonight, brother. We gotta end this, bro.
You're doing your thing, Smitty.
Brothers, I appreciate it.
It's all good, man.
Appreciate the DJ.
For sure. Hey, Greg, we'll be in touch. You already know. You already know the behind the scenes work going on.
Oh yeah. I know what time it is.
Bro. Yes,
I already know what time it is.
Appreciate both of y'all, man, joining, giving us your thoughts, man, sharing the time with us, man. Thank you so much, man. Have a blessed night, both of y'all, man.
All right, you do the same, man.
Bro.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, now. All right.
Yes, sir. So, Smitty, any last thoughts before we head out of here, man? That was a great one.
Big John brought up another one, man. That tip pass with Wallace Francis and Alfred Jackson, 76. It was 1976, actually, in the Superdome. I remember watching that clip, and that was an amazing play, man. Both teams were bad that year, but I think that was probably an amazing play, too. Our boy Uncle Steve said, he was 1978, first playoff year, Big Ben. So he was a playoff. So I remember that. Dre said that freaking Julio Jones catch on the sideline in the Super Bowl. That to me was the greatest Super Bowl catch ever. And I know Julian Edelman made a catch that game, but an athletic catch like Deion Jones made, I had never seen nothing like it before. I'm sorry, Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Man. JJ the Great said Deion Jones picked sixes against the Saints, 90 yards. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
He coasted to the end zone. He picked out 2 passes that game. So that was another great game. But we can go on and on about the memories, man. But
we sure can, man.
We got
one more thing to think about. One more thing to think about before we head
Run it.
This team on paper, is it more talented than the 2016 roster?
Ooh.
What do you think?
I'm gonna have to say yes. And the reason why I say
yes too, man.
The reason why I say yes, you look at the defense. The Falcons had 3 starting rookies on that defense. And with this defense, they have more starting Pro Bowlers. So that alone, to me, is why I would pick this team. But you cannot forget they had one of the best offensive minds control the offense of that team.
Without a doubt,
offensively, that team may be better. Defensively, this team is 2 times better. But another reason why I would pick this team, because I love what they're doing offensively, running the football. It's going to be the bread and butter. It's going to be the way to control football games, and it's the reason why they will win. So I like this team better than the 2016 team, to be honest. And like I told y'all before, I actually like the 1998 team better than the 2016 team.
Man, that is some great, authentic thoughts, as they would say, man. But
hey, and guess what? Man. I'm glad you asked that, because that's a short. I'm gonna throw that on I'm gonna clip
throw
that
on
off
wax,
and throw
brother.
it up
Hell
on
yeah.
YouTube.
All right,
So,
no doubt, man. But man, it's been a blast, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everybody in the comment section chiming in, giving us your unfiltered thoughts, man. We really appreciate it. All the super chats that we had today. Thank you so much, man, for contributing to the movement, to the show. Smitty and I, man, we try to do our best anytime we collaborate and give you all the best content we possibly could.
Right.
You know, the stuff that behind the scenes thinking and laying stuff down, it's not easy work, man. So there is craft, there is homework that is done, man. But to all the subscribers, all the watchers that understand, man, thank y'all, man, very much for rocking with us from day one. I'm sure as the season starts, man, more things are gonna be had and said, man, and we're gonna pick up steam and pick up right where we left off, man. So,
and speaking of steam,
then, go ahead, brother.
Speaking of steam, I got a surprise for y'all next week. So just tune in because I told y'all I'm always working behind the scenes because to bring y'all this content. Y'all give me a hard time, but I still love y'all and I still want to give y'all the best content out here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring one of my friends on next week. A lot of y'all know him. Trust me, y'all know him.
Yeah.
And all y'all gotta do is tune in. Go tell a friend, go tell another friend, because trust me, y'all gonna love it. And as we always say, please go down to the description section of this video. Check out more great Falcons content creators on YouTube that puts out great content, work hard like we do, support us to the fullest. Y'all always see them on our shows. And trust me, man, we got more stuff just coming during season, training camp. And trust me, man, I'm working for y'all, man. And Dre Murphy, before we get out of it, man, thank you, my
appreciate
dog.
You, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there who's a father. Man. And Tony Wright, stop trying to pick my brain. But you know, hey,
man,
Alberto gonna take it out, man. Cause Tony Wright gonna make me lose it.
No, hey, man.
Sandra says she can't wait though. Sandra says she can't wait. So
oh, hell yeah, man. Absolutely. Can't wait. I'm with you on that one. But to everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. To all the viewers, everybody in the chat, we'll catch you on the flip side, man. We'll catch you on the next segment. We'll be next Tuesday around 8 o'clock. Peace.